In this video, we're going to talk about cows. Now, you've probably seen them your whole life, just kind of hanging out in fields, right? Though believe me, there is a whole fascinating world behind these familiar animals. From their mind boggling numbers to their secret social lives, we're going to uncover what makes cows so incredibly interesting. Okay, so here's what we've got lined up. We'll start with the big picture, their global scale. Then we'll zoom into the life of a single cow. After that, we'll explore their social world, figure out their biggest threats, and wrap it all up with some amazing facts you can share later. First up, cows by the numbers. Let's just try to grasp how many cows are actually sharing the planet with us. The number is, well, it's pretty staggering. As of 2022, there are over 1.5 billion cows worldwide. That makes them one of the most populous large mammals on the entire planet. To put that in perspective for you, that's roughly one cow for every 5 people. And get this, look at where they live. These 3 countries alone, India, Brazil, and China, are home to a massive chunk of the world's cow. We're talking over 600 million cows between just the 3 of them. The scale is just immense. So, from that huge global scale, let's zoom way in and talk about the biology of just one cow. What makes them tick? How do they work? Okay, the key to understanding a cow is this word right here, ruminant. They're a special kind of mammal, and this is like their superpower. It means they have this unique digestive system that lets them get nutrients from really tough plants that you and I could never survive on. So as herbivores, their diet is all plants. They're eating things like grass, hay, something called silage, which is basically fermented plants, and grains. And this is exactly why they need that special ruminant stomach. It's built to break down all this tough, fibrous material and squeeze out every last drop of nutrition. Now, as for their life cycle, things are pretty interesting. Their reproductive window, or heat, happens about every 21 days. And here's a cool little fact. Once they're pregnant, the gestation period is about 9 months. Sound familiar? Yep, just like humans. And they usually have one calf at a time. Alright, this is where it gets really, really fascinating. We're diving into the complex social world inside a herd of cows. Because they aren't just a random bunch of animals hanging out. There's a real society going on in there. So, who calls the shots? You might think the leader is the biggest, strongest, toughest animal in the group, right? But a cow herd's social structure is actually way more sophisticated than that. And hey, don't just take my word for it. Scientists who study this stuff have found that herds pick their leaders based on things like experience, intelligence, and even good social skills. It's often the oldest and wisest cows who know where the best food is and lead the group there. And it goes even deeper. They are super social creatures. They live together in these herds, and they form little cliques and even have best friends. Seriously. Studies show that cows get stressed out when they're separated from their pals. They prefer to hang out with their besties, just like us. So if cows have friends, you gotta wonder, what about their enemies? Let's take a look at the biggest dangers they face out in the world. And I'm telling you, the answer is probably not what you're thinking. We all picture predators, wolves or bears, as a cow's biggest enemy. But the actual data tells a completely different story. According to the USDA, the number 1 threat is actually health issues, especially respiratory problems. That's followed by complications during birth. All predators combined don't even come close to those numbers. In fact, if you lump together every single predator, coyotes, wolves, bears, the whole gang, they're responsible for way, way fewer cattle losses than things like disease, or even just bad weather. It turns out something like pneumonia can be way more dangerous to a cow than a grizzly bear. Alright, to wrap things up, we've got 5 fun and surprising facts that are definitely going to change the way you look at cows the next time you see them. First up is a dental surprise. Next time you can, check out a cow's smile. You'll see that they have no front teeth on top at all. They actually use their super strong tongue to wrap around grass and pull it against their bottom teeth to tear it off. 8 hours. That's how long a cow can spend every single day just chewing its cud. That's where they bring partially digested food back up to chew on it a second time. I mean, imagine spending your entire workday just chewing. In some parts of the world, it's a total cow takeover. In a place like New Zealand, there are almost 2 cows for every single person. They actually outnumber the people. And this one might be the coolest fact of all. Herds can have a little democracy going on. When it's time to move, the cows will vote on which way to go by just standing up and facing their preferred direction. The herd then goes with the majority. How cool is that? And finally, let's bust a classic myth. You've probably heard your whole life that cows have 4 stomachs. Well, that's not exactly true. They only have one stomach, But it's an incredible super stomach with 4 different specialized compartments that all work together to digest that tough grass. Alright, that is it for this video, everyone. Thank you for watching. Please make sure you're subscribed to our YouTube channel, and I'll see you in the next video.